Namaskar. Time travel. Many a times every science lover says, and I am no exception to that, that we believe in science because science provides the proof. But really, how many of us check the proof available or just take it for granted that someone is saying something, the proof must be available? I'll give an example. Just suppose that a new telescope is built somewhere by some country on the surface of Earth, which is 100,000 times bigger than the largest telescope that exists today and 100,000 times more powerful. Such telescope is, say, installed and commissioned, and people start working on it. And within no time, one scientist comes up and claims that he has found a star 200 billion years away, 200 billion years away, which is something similar to our sun. He also says that there is a planet going around that star which is something similar to our Earth. That planet takes 23 hours to go around that star as against 24 by the Earth, and it makes 355 rotations. That is, it takes 355 days to complete one circle as against 365 by the Earth. Most importantly, there is water on that planet, and he has found that there is life on the planet. Immediately, there is a photograph of that telescope in the paper on internet. Then there is another photograph showing the sky through that telescope with an arrow to give the location of the star, and the photograph of that scientist under which he has, I mean, it is written what he had said, and he had said that when I saw the star and the planet, I thought it was worth doing all this research. Great. Now, for a moment, let us understand. Let us assume that such star and planet do exist. There is water, there is life. Let us also assume that there is life just like human beings on Earth. To distinguish, I will call the human on that planet alien man. Just a distinction. And this alien man, let's say, is much advanced compared to the earthly humans. So he has his own telescope through which he can have a close up of the earth. He has already located solar system, earth, and a life on the earth many years ago. And if he is looking at the earth, say at this very moment, what all things he could see? Just count few. I'll give you a few seconds. What he will see will be dinosaur. Because scientists say that 200 million years ago, there were dinosaurs on the surface of the earth. And because the star and planet are 200 million years away, the light from earth takes 200 million years to reach there. So what he sees is dinosaurs, which are extinct, which do not exist anymore. Then the question comes up is, how can this scientist claim that the star and the planet exist there positively? He says, I saw the star. and the planet. That actually means that the star planet existed 200 million years ago. You do not know what is the story today. What are the possibilities? First, the star may exist. Second, the star might have got converted into a black hole. Or three, under certain circumstances, it might have got converted into a supernova. We do not know the conditions there, so we can take any one of the three possibilities as the likely probabilities. So one of the three says that the star exists. Other two are not sure. And when the star, suppose the star does not exist, how can the man say that I saw it? He says that because it means here that the star existed 200 million years ago. Therefore, question, who saw, who had seen the God? No one had seen the God. That's seen. Unless it is explained what is the meaning of that seen, the question becomes irrelevant. Right now, you can see me talking. That see you looking at me talking, and that scientist looking at the planet and star through the telescope, the meaning of seen is not same. Therefore, one must not only accept any statement made on face value, but must ask some few more questions. Because many a times, things do not exist the same way as they appear to. Now, I'll show you a simple calculation and chart for one to understand. It's very simple. The speed of light is 299,792,458 meters per second. Speed of sound is only 343 meters per second. So if the light travels in 1 second, 299,792,458 meters, how much time speed will take to travel the same distance? So what you do is that you divide the two. The distance traveled by light divided by distance traveled by sound. And it comes to a whopping figure of 8,74,030. So if in 1 second 299,792,458 meters is the distance covered by light and 343 meters distance covered by sound, then whatever distance the light will cover in 1 light year, to cover the same distance, sound will take 4,74,030 years. So 1 light year is 8,74,030 sound years. No one would ever think that 1 light year is more than 800,000 sound years or 8 lakh sound years. And without considering that, all the imagination is having a wrong base. To continue with that calculation, the nearest star to the solar system is Proxima Centauri or Centauri, which is about 4.2 light years away from Sun. So you convert it into sound years, it comes to 3670926 sound years. Now we are talking about, hypersonic missiles more than 5 Mach. Russia has made something more than 20. DRDO is designing something more than 20 Mach. That is 20 times the speed of sound. We can, even the GSLV, PSLV rockets which go are not more than 100 or 150 Mach. And yet, if we consider that we travel with the speed 1,000 times the speed of sound, still it will take more than 3,500 years to reach the star Proxima Centauri. More than 3,500 years. Just look back to see what was the condition 3,500 years ago. 3,500 years ago, on the surface of the earth, there were no Christians, there were no Muslims, there were Hindus in Bharat, India. There were some Chinese with their own religion in China. There were pharaohs in Egypt. There was a Babylonian civilization in the current region currently we know as Iraq, between Tigris and Euphrates River. And there were Maya Inca civilization in South America. Except the Hindu civilization of India, nothing exists today. More than 3,500 years. And that is the time it will take for you to travel to the nearest star nearest to the sun, in a spacecraft which is traveling with a speed of 1,000 Mach. If suppose someone wants to travel just to reach there, while till you reach there, how many generations will be required? How are you going to teach the subsequent generations the details and how to control the whole thing, the spacecraft, and how to return another 3,500, more than 3,500 years? To summarize, it is just not possible to get out of the solar system. The Star Wars and all that, everything is fiction. People seem to have some kind of complex. We Indians, even if we have not done it, NASA will do it. You know, NASA knows what they can do or they cannot do. The others only think so highly of NASA that they imagine everything and anything possible for NASA to do it, which is not the case. So then what is the possibility? The only possibility is if we can travel with the speed faster than the speed of light. And if that is a requirement, definitely today we are at a very primitive stage. I mentioned to someone that we need to somehow work out to break this barrier of speed of light. And the person answered to me, it's not possible. I said, what do you mean it's not possible? He said, Einstein said that if we can go with the speed faster than the speed of light, we'll go ahead in future. Now, just understand a simple fact. Einstein, it seems, had held a press conference. I did a lot of search to find out what exactly he did. And it was not easy because I'll just give you another hypothetical imagination for you to understand the scenario. Suppose Einstein has not come out with his theory, and he's going to do it today. I'm in Bangalore, Karnataka, India. The Karnataka Cricket Association in Asami Stadium, that's where he's going to do that. So when he is going to do that, who are all going to be present? Prime Minister will be there. Prime Minister of India will be there. Home Minister, Defense Minister, Finance Minister. Not many people from Ministry will be there. All Karnataka Minister will be there. Chief Minister of almost all states will be present. Even those who are not Chief Ministers today, Akhilesh, Mulayam, Mayawati, Mehbooba, every one of them will be there to attend. It doesn't end there. Next to them will be Mukesh Ambani, Birla, Lakshmi Mittal, Godrej, and all business people. And next to them will be Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, Hrithik Roshan, Akshay Kumar, and all Bollywood gang. And next to that will be Virat Kohli, Tendulkar, Gavaskar, Ravi Shastri, and all cricket, great people from cricket. And next to that will be Lata Mangeshkar, Asha Bhosle, and all music related people. There will be scientists also, but scientists from all the fields. So, actual related field on which Einstein is going to talk, there will be few number, literally counting on fingers. Then who are all will be there? There will be engineers, there will be researchers for medicine, pharmaceutical, archaeology, architecture, and God knows what. And with so many people from security types A to Z, there will be too many security people. In addition to the security, there will be press, media. Now, any and every media channel will be there. And when Einstein will actually give the presentation, and all these people will listen to what all he has to say, how many people will really understand what he is saying? Maybe two, three, or four from the concerned field. For all others, it will be a real bouncer. And whatever reports are made, whosoever makes the report, I would question the reliability of the report. That is why I tried to find out what exactly he had said then. And it seems what Einstein had said was, I don't think we could ever travel with the speed faster than the speed of light, because if we could do so, we would go ahead in time. Naturally, going ahead in time means going to the future. Different people came out with different meanings, presentations, but let us understand what exactly Einstein meant. And to get the explanation, let us take the help of our friend, the alien man. It's sitting 200 million light years away. But for a moment, let us assume that he looks at the dinosaur that he sees on the surface of the earth, wants to travel, so takes out his spaceship, and like I said earlier, he is far too advanced than us, so he travels and covers the distance of 200 million light years in 1 year. very high speed. So only when he comes near the earth that he sees that there are no more dinosaurs on the surface of the earth, but there are humans just like him, but in a primitive stage. So he circles the earth once or twice and goes back. And again he takes 1 year to reach back to his own planet. Simple. But this simple has got lot many things hidden in it. So let us understand what this simple really means. First, when he in his spaceship, when he comes near the Earth, people from his planet are watching the Earth through the telescope will not see his spaceship near the Earth because the light from Earth will take 200 million years to reach that planet. So what he sees while circling the Earth can only be seen after 200 million years by the people on that planet. So, what they will see after 200 million years, the person can see now just because he has traveled with the speed faster than the speed of light. And that's how he has gone into the future of time. When he returns, now he is back to his planet, and whatever he had seen, he will see after 200 million years, or people on his planet will see after 200 million years, which means he has gone back into the past of time. So he traveled in the future of time and then past of time. But the most important factor is when he traveled from his planet to Earth, his age increased by 1 year. And when he traveled back and took 1 year extra, his age again increased by another year. So in this travel time, which took 2 years, his age increased by 2 years. He did not go into his own future or his own past. He went into the future of time and past of time. One major important thing is if we consider Earth and suppose we have such spacecraft which travels with the speed faster than the speed of light, then from Earth in any and every direction that we go, anywhere, we'll always go to the future of time. And after having gone there, when we return, that we return to the past of time. We can never directly go to the past of time. Therefore, to summarize, what Einstein meant was if we travel with the speed faster than the speed of light, it is possible to go to the future of time and then return to the past of time. But it did not mean that we can go to the past of time or we can go to our own future or our own past. But then the fiction writers, the way they write Back to the Future, Terminator, and all those are stories that have nothing to do with the reality. Many people, including the science lover, feel that yes, this is science. We must believe this. You're fooling yourself. Even if you see some of the, you know, so-called reports, the History Channel had come out with some, I wouldn't say serial, but kind of, where they were talking about the aliens arriving in Earth, Americans capturing some of them. We should understand if anyone comes from such far away place outside the solar system, they must be having a capability of traveling faster than the speed of light. And if they do travel with that speed, We humans cannot just do anything to catch them. It's just next to impossible. So, my request to all is take interest in anything and everything, but don't limit it only to the cover of the book and judge it from the cover of the book. Read the books again and again so that it reveals many things to you, raises many questions, makes you inquisitive, and then start finding out the likely result. If you don't get the answer in one place, look for it in the other place. Saying that this is incorrect, this is wrong, how can this happen, how can that happen? Instead of asking this question, do it yourself. Try to find out the answer yourself. And believe me, it is really a great enjoyment to start finding some of the real truths which are not known and are hidden behind a large myth called blind faith in science. Many people continue to have blind faith in science, and my request to them is please start verifying anything and everything that you come across, though it is scientific or related to science or technology, get everything verified. So that is what all I had to say for the day. Thank you for listening. Jai Hind.